Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We're up and running then. David Villa, Jim, a little gem amongst strikers.
Yeah, and I think there are probably two things that set him apart, Peter. First, the ability to mould himself into any formation the team wants, often ploughing a lonely furrow up front. And second, having such a hugely impressive goal-scoring record, despite often being burdened with having to take free kicks and corners.
Put it all together, and you've got one of the finest strikers of his generation.
Exactly.
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
Changement.
What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Dumfries, he's having a shot! Nedved. And now they can clear their lines. Dinks one through. Could be danger here. Probing pass. And he plays one through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that pass just didn't quite work. And it's Nedved. Hullet. Koundé deals with that comfortably. And it's been hooked away. Ambitious ball here. Defending of the desperate variety. Vieira is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Simeone! Volleyed effort.
Simeone really needed everything to come together then at the precise moment. Not easy.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Vieira. Desai. Nedved. Serves up across.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Cannavaro. And it's Nedved. Cannavaro. Desai. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Chance here to counter. Played into space. Well read, nice interception. Desai. Vieira. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And it's Marcelo. Caresses it through. He's in a shoots! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Vieira. Spain making some potentially decisive changes. They weren't waiting around. Pass just lacking in accuracy. And that's going to be a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Dumfries aimed beyond the defence. Oh, no joy this time. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Marcelo is there to clear. Turns back here, probably the best option. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Thuram is fouled. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Oh, they could be caught out here.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And he's managed to get free. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Out towards the flank. That's a shade optimistic. Vieira. Desai. And he's forced to go back. And Jamal. De Paul wins the duel this time. Good ball over the top. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. That's the end of the first 45. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Spain can take heart from the fact that they're more than holding their own despite being a man down. That's credit to their level of organisation and spirit. Now that they've got a chance to have a breather and settle down, it'll be interesting to see what approach they'll take after the break.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Changement pour le Cameroun. Le numéro 9. À sa place.
Away we go again.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Moved on forwards. Spain come out this half somewhat altered.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Rafael Leao. That's an imaginative pass. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. He's gone for goal. Vieira opts for safety. Crossed into the middle, and he welcomes it in. And that is well cleared. Rodri. Dumfries. Nicely shaped ball. Rafael Leao receives it in a good position here. Shot at goal! And it's in! How they've waited! Now they have it! And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up front.
Le numéro 21.
Cameroon have penetrated for the first time.
This is the perfect example of how to play with a man advantage. Move the opposition from side to side, wear them down, deserve goal.
Oh, good-looking ball. Bullet, who is rarely short on confidence.
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce match, 80
Nicely spread.
113.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Cleared without hesitation. Your impression so far, Jim?
Spain are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And that was very necessary. And he's quick to snatch it back. Spain still have the cards to affect this game. Defending of the desperate variety. Vieira really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Oh, he's been caught napping! And he's there to belt it away. Tries from a long way out.
Changement pour le Cameroun. Le numéro 5.
So we have movement on both benches.
8, le numéro 16. À leur place, le numéro 3.
Spain have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Great vision. Look at the space here. Spain can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Rudiger simply refused to be outdone there. 75 minutes played.
That's going in strongly.
Marcelo.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Vieira is the team's great visionary. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Vieira. Marcelo. He's on it, can he get away? Showing good feet. And he whips it in. That's a decent clearance.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Rafael Leao has found the net here, of course. Looking to play him in. And no, that was never going to make it. Tries to pass it through.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mix.
Good effort from distance.
Changement pour le Cameroun. Le numéro 13. Pour le remplacer, le numéro 37.
He's going for goal! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And there's the shot! No, he's missed it. And that's been intercepted. He's having a hit! Spain do have a chance to counter here. Marcelo. Now it's Nedved. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Cleared away. And that's it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then.
David Villa, Jim, a little gem amongst strikers. Yeah, and I think there are probably two things that set him apart, Peter. First, the ability to mould himself into any formation the team wants, often ploughing a lonely furrow up front. And second, having such a hugely impressive goal-scoring record, despite often being burdened with having to take free kicks.
It's Couch! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Spain are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And it's Hullet. That's a shade optimistic. And that was very necessary. Seedorf. Oh, what a ball! Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Villa actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Spain with the corner, they're first. Oh, good fly! And that's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Could be danger here. He's found the way through. He's had a shot! Goal! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Spain with the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Akanji promptly onto that, and that is that. Spain have scored 2 quick goals here and are 2-1 up. What a comeback. Can he get it through? Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And this is Raul. Now it's Hazard. Pings it across. And it's hoisted clear. And he's there to retrieve it. Now it's Count. Oh no circumventing this opponent. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That has been cut short. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Nedved. There's the shot! It's in! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game? The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
And he shoots! It's a goal! Back within 1! They have them in their sights again! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And he's picked it up out wide. Serginho. And here's Hazard. And it's Rice. That is great defending, so alert.
Really well played, he read that perfectly.
Raul. Nedved absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forwards.
Oh, terrible pass. He's got away. Desai with a fine tackle. Hazard going after that. And they can counter here. Tries to play it through. That's been slipped through. Turan is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And this could be a Spanish counter-attack. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Very nicely done. Good spot, that. Spain looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Knocks it into space. Now it's Nedved. Looking for options for movement. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Mbappe dinks one through. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Great vision. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? That ball looks a good one.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry.
3 minutos de descuento.
Rice makes a move down the right. And no, that was never going to make it. David Villa. And here's Hullet. Desai with the foul. And it's Thuram. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Azar. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Spain up by the odd goal in a 5-goal thriller. The score at the interval, 3-2.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So we're off again. He's looking wide. Rodri, nicely spread. Yamal receives it in a wide position. And there's the shot! Oh, the keeper's equal to it.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
And it's Rodri. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Marcelo looking to be a menace in the final third. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Pressing high and with purpose. It's a really well-measured ball. Now it's Nedved. David Villa. Nicely weighted ball. And that has sent him sprawling. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
This further to improve their cause. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, any penalty that finds the net is a good penalty, even if that didn't convince.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 9.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Spain now in a position far more desirable.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yamal being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
So we've reached the hour mark. Now this could be a chance. Delivered in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
This looks promising. And that is a little undercooked. It's loose and Ferran Torres! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Ferran Torres clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Yamal is wide and looking to get onto this. Spain still have the cards to affect this game. Rodri. No foul, says the referee. Now it's Ferran Torres. There's the crossfield ball. And it's Dembele. It's Kimmich.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
He has found the way through. That's put pay to the danger. Well, that pass isn't the best. Oh, he's burst through. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think...
David Villa! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Vieira. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. Now the ball's gone astray. In towards the back stick. Oh, great leap! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Ball is over the line. Not the most convincing of passes. Raul. That's going wide left. Ferran Torres on a serious charge here. Raul. And it's Nedved. Now, can they get him away? Good read, needed to be. And they've got a throw.
Cambio de jugadores en España. El dorsal 15, Villa. El dorsal 13, el dorsal 11, el dorsal 6, Seedorf.
And here's Griezmann.
Sustituidos por el dorsal
He's shifting
7,
through the gears here.
Schneider. El dorsal 21,
Dembele.
Griezmann.
Chance here to counter.
El dorsal 18, el dorsal
Stood up well
22,
to him there.
Gerard.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Couch will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that's delightful. Showing good feet. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Shot could be... It's Raul! Now that's a real chance missed.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down, as opposed to two.
Now it's Ferran Torres, over to the right flank. And it's been given away. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Getting up there! And now they can spring out of defence. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Schneider, he's picked gets his head on it! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are disappearing out of sight. Pick that one out. And time is up. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Now, Franco Baresi, still to this day, the ultimate benchmark for anyone of a defensive mindset, Jim.
Well, I'd be hard-pressed to name anybody who got close when it comes to reading the game as well as him. He leads by...
De Rossi! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Well, that is one way to stop him. Looking to play him in.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Villa. Rijkaard. And it's De Rossi. Neymar pinches it off him. Gullit. David Villa. O'Reilly. To De Rossi. Well, that has not gone well. Vieira. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Vieira.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Ambitious ball here. No, he's just misjudged that one. Vieira. Gullit, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. And he's been shifted off it. Spain, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And this is De Rossi. Well read, and the danger is averted. Gullit. A probing pass. Taken back almost at once. Shot a goal! Goal! Saint-Etienne! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Now, who's going to be first to this? Vieira. Well, that pass isn't the best. Looking for options, for movement. June, real chance! Not the most accurate pass. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Nedved. Marquinhos gets a foot in here. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Spain really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Seedorf. Looking for a runner. Dink through. Schmeichel claims comfortably. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. De Rossi. And a goal kick. That's Nedved. It's a pretty loose pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Driving through the middle. And
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Spain restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Out for a throw. Desai. That is ended up in no man's land. Desai. Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Played back into the centre. And it's Hullet. And here's Yamal. He's found a way through. That's an excellent interception. Hangs with header! He's delivered all right! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
En el minuto 43, el dorsal 6.
Spain with the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
That's a cute ball. Oh, look! Can he finish? Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Oh, he's done so well then. Almost the perfect link-up. There was a split second there for the perfect finish too. Shame he didn't take it.
Seedorf. And claimed it back swiftly. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Cannavaro spots it and and for the first half, that is that. Spain have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. So there was the first half.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Spain are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time.
El número premiado de nuestra rifa de hoy. Buena suerte a todos.
That gets us going once more. Xavi Alonso. Spread to the right. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Nicely shaped ball. Cannavaro cuts it out. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Best. Zanetti. Plays a sharp little ball here. Marcelo. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press. Shoots! Oh, brilliant from Yamal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And this is getting better and better. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Spain go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Spain are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Searching pass he's played there, and he's intervened well there. Nedved with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. Neymar. He's in a great position here. Zanetti. Zanetti delivers. Marcelo. Well, they've got it back in a hurry, and it's Neymar. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Saint-Etienne clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Vieira. Oh no, that was never going to make it. De Rossi. Seedorf.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now that looks a decent ball. He is through here. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
De Rossi, delivered low, and it's claimed by the keeper. Threads one in, pass somewhat off target. Can he get it through? Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. It's a searching pass. Not the most accurate pass. Played into space. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Seedorf. Now it's Yamal. Great vision. Marquinhos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Rijkaard. Neymar. And it's De Rossi. Best. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Well-timed, excellent interception. Neymar. Rijkaard. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's a fine interception. And it's lofted through here. Best. Xavi Alonso. Gullit absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Looking for the run. Now it's Villa. O'Reilly gets across to intercept that. De Rossi does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Tries to play it through. David Villa! That is delicious! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Cambio de jugadores.
Spain are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Spain palpably stronger, better, superior. Knocks it out wide, couldn't squeeze it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Ibrahimovic. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Spain have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things already rolling. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have in the past.
Indeed.
De Rossi. Looking to play him in. Yamal picks it up out wide. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Played out towards the right wing. Yamal. Hullet. Marquinhos with the clearance. Well, that has not gone well. And he's well positioned here. Oh, he's burst through! Oh, what has happened here? Oh, easy pickings there. And it's Seedorf. Now it's Villa. Juve, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Nice looking ball. Good ball over the top. Desai spots it and intercepts.
Oh look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Well-timed, excellent interception. This is a promising build-up. Neymar. And Doué. De Rossi. Juve receives it in a good position here.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, well played, well played. He won't be happy with that one. Can he get it through? And he's heaved it away. Now he's got space here. Neatly clipped into space. Joe! What a save from Peter Schmeichel! Schneider.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Nicely shaped ball. Desai gets across to intercept that. Vieira has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. That's going to go a long way. Not the most accurate pass. Doué. Looking for a runner. Chips it through. Cannavaro. Oh, well met. And the shot! Searching pass he's played there. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Now it's Villa. And it's Schneider. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Yamal. He's found a way through. Pass somewhat off target. Baresi. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Played into space. Turan looking to pass their way up the pitch. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. So off we go again. Both sides defensively robust up to now. He's ended up in no man's land.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Schneider. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Couldn't squeeze it through. David Villa. Xavi Alonso. Looking for options for movement. De Rossi can see things others simply cannot. That is a brilliant interception. Rijkaard is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Ball comes in. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's Xavi Alonso. Well seen, saw that coming. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Pull it. Knocks it into space. Thinks about... Shapes to shoot! It's in! How they've waited! Now they have it! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly have time to even react. And there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Zanetti. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
Baresi cuts it out. And they're quick to get it back. Now, what about a counter-attack? And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And here's Yamal. De Rossi. Oh, that's a key interception. He's a sharp little ball here. He's onside. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
So this to pull level. What a save from Peter Schmeichel! Merino, Neymar! Deftly away. Now it's Hullet. No, that's been intercepted. Xavi Alonso. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. It's a really well-measured ball. Good read, needed to be. And this is Neymar! And a truly agonising miss.
Well, at least it's earned him a little applause from the boss. The finish was lacking, but everything else was pretty good.
And it's Rijkaard. Looking here to chip it through. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Saint-Etienne really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Hullet taking charge of the dead ball. Seedorf. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Hullet. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And that was very necessary. Zanetti. Spain close now to seeing this one through to the end. Marcelo does well to get it back.
Saint-Etienne really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Merino. And that is expertly dealt with. Pierre is the team's great visionary. He's in a great position here. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's picked his way through. Anderson. So that's it. It is all over. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Yamal voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Spain effectively played like two different teams. Pretty placid before the break, but looked much more up for it after half-time. Eventually, those efforts were rewarded. There's a lot of positives to take from that.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I really like the look of Marino here, Peter, because he's such an effective shield in front of the defence, and his main role will be to quash any threats from midfield. He'll then be looking to quickly get his team on the front foot, picking out those killer passes, which leads to so many chances.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Nice looking ball. Marcelo gets across to intercept that. Azar is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. A probing pass. Nicely weighted ball. Azar. Rijkaard. Looking here to chip it through. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Taken back almost at once. Distributed tidily. He has found the way through. Closing in on, and he shoots! A real chance and a real let-off.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
De Rossi. And it's O'Reilly. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Zanetti calmly anticipates. Rijkaard. Can he get it through? Cannavaro kept aware. And it is reclaimed easily.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Hullet. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. He's in a great position here.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
That's a little off target. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Still goalless. Joe! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Juve has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
And he was quick to react. More and more pressure on the ball here. Not the most accurate pass. Yeah, has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. He's ended up in no man's land. Peruzzi punts it upfield. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Xavi Alonso to De Rossi. Now this could be a chance. Yamal. No, he's not going to get any further than that. O'Reilly. Merino. De Rossi. And it's De Rossi. Merino. For Xavi Alonso. Hazard. And it's Zanetti. Aimed beyond the defence. There's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. O'Reilly cuts out the pass. Zanetti. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Xavi Alonso.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Always goal side. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And once more he proves rigid and robust. And it's De Rossi. Seedorf. Now it's Villa, and he's had it nicked away. Merino. Ambitious ball here. He's on it, can he get away? And this could be the final action of the first half. And the referee has signalled for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So between them, no goals at all so far.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. And we are back on the way.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than...
Oh, he's having a go! Rijkaard finding himself in space. And that's a throw-in. Alonso. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Now, can they... And the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Saint-Etienne have their second corner now. Thuram getting this one clear. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Spain are looking to go forward now. Shapes to shoot! That's an imaginative pass. Merino, renowned for his long-range shooting. Can he get on the end of this? Still waiting for the game to take off here. 0-0. Looking to play him in. Just eases him off the ball. And it's De Rossi. Diouf. Great chance! Goal! It is the pick-me-up they all longed for. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop
En el
it.
minuto 59, el dorsal 19.
Saint-Etienne are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. David Villa. And it's claimed by the keeper.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Zanetti gets into a good position. And he can clear it away. Bullet tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Now it's Villa. Now it's Seedorf. Now that's well seen too. That pass has been well intercepted. Your impression so far, Jim?
Spain are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Now it's Villa. Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. That has been cut short. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Yamal. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And that is a little undercooked.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Saint-Etienne clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Marcelo gets over and intercepts.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Zanetti. Time is running out here.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
Looking for options for movement. Yamal. He's found a way through. Plays it across.
Spain really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh, this looks sharp. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter.
And the shot! And yes, it's there! They have stolen level at the last! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Oh, easy pickings there. He won't be happy with that one. Nicely shaped ball. Marcelo. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press. Baresi cuts it out. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And all that remains for me is to... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, this guy, Luis Diaz, is someone I like a lot for his versatility that makes him suited for a very fluid front line. I mean, by trade, yes, he's a left winger, but he's proven himself to be decent with his back to goal, and he's a player with the potential to be prolific if you...
Diaz! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Oh, good-looking ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. De Rossi for Xavi Alonso. And here's Drogba. And he's chosen to go back. Best. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Vieira. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Can he get it through? Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's O'Reilly. De Rossi. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Spain, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Tries to play it through. Diaz going face-to-face with his great rival. Yamal. Now it's Seedorf. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And here's Diaz. Diaz showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And he's picked it up out wide. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. David Villa gets a good foot in there. Nicely weighted ball. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, great low ball in.
Oh, he may have snatched it, that, Peter. The ball came in at a pace, and at a good height too. He only needed to redirect it.
Saint-Etienne with the corner, there first. He's trying to hit the front line here. And it's Xabi Alonso. And it's shot a goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Drogba clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Chiellini cuts out the pass. De Rossi played out to the left flank. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Yamal.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
David Villa. Spread out to the left. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. David Villa. A quick look, thought about cutting in. Chance! Goal! Spain! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Vieira. Now it's Drogba. And it's Rijkaard. And he's quick to return it. Schmeichel gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
Spain can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Marquinhos is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending. And he was quick to react. Now it's Drogba. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Gullit. Oh, easy pickings there. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0. Shoots! And that's a good finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Saint-Etienne really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
Spain are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
That's an excellent interception. Yamal, a player who needs no introduction. That is a great pick out. De Rossi, Chiellini. He's going for goal! Oh, that is a fair try. And it's half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Spain sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. And we are back on the way. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pass somewhat off target. Vieira. No, that's been intercepted. Lovely pass, but can he get there? David Villa. Great vision. De Rossi plays it through. Diaz looking to receive it in space. Thuram. Here's a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Best. And this is Drogba. Brilliantly cut out. Nedved. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Xavi Alonso. Nice looking ball. Now the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he was alert to it. Thuram. Couple of goals between the sides, and it's still early in the second half. Saint-Etienne can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Marcelo. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now, can they get him away? And it's Zanetti. So we've reached the hour mark. De Rossi. And De Rossi! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
De Rossi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Oh, that's a fine interception. Goes for a shot! He's got a goal! Just one goal in it now. Game on. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And here's Yamal. Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Cambio de jugadores en España.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
El dorsal 15. Villa.
Neuer claims comfortably. And now a sudden chance to counter.
El dorsal 21. Griezmann.
Zanetti.
El dorsal 18.
Best providing an outlet on that flank. De Rossi! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. Plays the ball back.
I would think that was the wisest choice.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Oh, and the shot! Nearly, but not quite. Saint-Etienne get their 4th corner.
Saint-Etienne really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Saint-Etienne clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Seedorf aims beyond the defence, skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
No, he's just misjudged that one. Can he get on the end of this? Not the most accurate pass. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Drogba.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Drogba! Firm header just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Knocks it into space. Anderson.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
This is a promising build-up. Best plays it in. Short changes him with that pass. Best shapes to shoot. And needless to say, and the referee brings it to a close. Spain have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. The odd goal ultimately proving the difference. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.